Every single day, billions of people walk into McDonald's restaurants around the world. They order burgers, drinks, desserts, but there's one item that almost never leaves the tray: the French fries. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and always identical no matter where you are. But have you ever stopped to wonder how this is possible? How can the same fries taste exactly the same in New York, London, Paris, or Tokyo? Behind this simple-looking food is one of the most precise and controlled food production systems ever created. From carefully selected potatoes to high-speed industrial machines, strict quality control, and global logistics. This is how a simple potato became a global icon, and what really happens inside the factories that produce millions of fries every day. McDonald's French fries didn't become famous by accident. Their story begins in the 1940s when Richard and Morris McDonald opened their restaurant in California. Speed and consistency were their main goals. In the early days, the fries were cooked in beef fat, giving them a rich flavor that customers quickly fell in love with. When Ray Kroc joined the company and turned McDonald's into a global franchise, the fries became a symbol of standardization. Every restaurant was required to serve fries that looked, tasted, and felt exactly the same. To achieve this, McDonald's partnered closely with farmers and food scientists. That's when russet Burbank potatoes became the standard, chosen for their size, starch content, and ability to maintain texture at industrial scale. Today, McDonald's fries are more than a side dish. They are one of the most recognizable food products in history, served billions of times every year. Potato harvesting. The journey begins with selecting the perfect potatoes, but not just any potatoes will do. McDonald's uses russet Burbank potatoes, carefully chosen for their shape, starch level, and frying performance. These potatoes aren't selected just for taste, but because they maintain quality, color, and texture even when produced in enormous batches. In the United States, many of McDonald's potato suppliers are located in regions with ideal growing conditions. Once ready, heavy-duty harvesting machines dig the potatoes out of the ground. Storage and supply chain. After harvesting, the potatoes are gathered and stored in climate-controlled facilities. This allows them to be quickly accessed when needed, keeping the processing line running without interruption. Despite the massive quantities stored, none of the potatoes go to waste. They are typically used within 15 days. McDonald's produces approximately 9 million pounds of French fries every single day. Once the potatoes are sent to the factory, that's when the real transformation begins. Washing and peeling. Inside the factory, the process begins with one of the most critical stages: washing. Once the potatoes arrive from storage, they are immediately transferred into massive industrial washing tanks. These tanks are filled with constantly circulating water designed to remove soil, sand, and any residue left from harvesting. The potatoes move forward on vibrating conveyor belts submerged in water. This vibration is not random. It helps loosen stubborn dirt trapped in the potato's surface without damaging the flesh. At the same time, high-pressure water jets spray from multiple angles, ensuring every potato is thoroughly cleaned before moving to the next stage. From there, the potatoes are transferred onto another conveyor belt, which carries them directly toward the peeling machines. The peeling stage is where precision truly matters. McDonald's uses industrial steam peeling systems designed to remove only the thin outer skin of the potato. For a few seconds, the potatoes are exposed to high-temperature steam, loosening the skin without cooking the inside. Immediately after, mechanical brushes gently rub away the loosened peel. This process removes the skin efficiently while preserving as much usable potato as possible. Minimizing waste is a major priority at this stage. Every fraction of a millimeter matters when producing millions of pounds of fries every day. Once peeled, the potatoes move into a third washing chamber. Here they are rinsed again using treated, filtered water to remove any remaining peel fragments and surface starch. This final wash ensures uniform cleanliness before cutting begins. Cutting process. At this point, the potatoes are fully washed and peeled, ready to be shaped. They are guided into tall cutting chambers designed to turn each potato into perfectly uniform French fries. These cutting systems are one of the reasons McDonald's fries look the same in shape and length everywhere in the world. Inside the chambers, the potatoes are aligned and pushed forward using powerful streams of water. They travel at speeds of up to 70 miles per hour. Instead of metal blades, the process relies on high-pressure water knives. These water jets slice cleanly through the potatoes in an instant, creating smooth, straight cuts while reducing damage to the potato surface. As each potato passes through the system, it is instantly separated into evenly sized strips. The freshly cut fries then fall onto fast-moving conveyor belts where sorting systems check their length and thickness. Fries that don't meet the exact specifications are automatically removed, ensuring only perfectly shaped pieces continue forward. Partial frying process. Before the fries ever touch the oil, they go through a critical step, controlled cooking. After cutting and initial treatments, the potatoes move along automated conveyor belts toward large blanching tanks. In this stage, they are briefly cooked in hot water, a process known as blanching. The goal is to soften the inside of the potatoes, stabilize their color, and prepare their internal structure for frying. This pre-cooking step is what ensures the fries will be soft on the inside and crispy on the outside, a defining characteristic of the final product. Once blanching is complete, the potatoes are immediately transferred to the partial frying stage. Only fries that meet exact standards for shape and size continue forward. Any broken or misshapen pieces are automatically removed from the line. During partial frying, the fries are cooked to approximately 50% of their final doneness. This step locks in flavor, sets the texture, and creates an initial outer layer, while the inside remains tender. After partial frying, the fries continue along industrial conveyor belts where excess oil is drained. From there, they move on to the next stages of the packaging process. Packaging and distribution. After the French fries go through the entire processing line, they are rapidly cooled and flash frozen before moving on to the final packaging stage. Automated conveyor belts guide the fries into high-speed packaging lines, where precise weighing systems ensure that each bag contains the exact amount required. Accuracy at this stage is essential to maintain consistency across millions of units produced every day. The fries are then sealed in protective packaging designed to preserve freshness, texture, and flavor during transportation. This packaging also acts as a barrier against moisture, air, and contamination, ensuring food safety at every step. After sealing, the packages are organized, boxed, and prepared for cold chain distribution. From these centers, the fries are distributed globally using refrigerated trucks, cargo ships, and airplanes, depending on the distance and final destination. This highly coordinated logistics network ensures the product remains frozen and protected at every stage. Next time you take a bite, remember the journey behind it. This is how the world's most famous fries are made. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.